What is going on, everyone? My name's Matt.
I'm Behn.
And I'm Corey.
And this is the Heavy Metal Melee Podcast.
All right. Kamelot.
Wait, hold on, shut up. That's not how we start.
How dare you, Corey?
Yeah, you don't just say Kamelot like
You can't just say the name of the band.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Benham, what happened last week?
There we go. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Opeth lost. Bad.
Oh, shit.
Terrible band.
Wow. Fuck you guys, by the way.
So
Who
Slayer's-
suggested that one?
Yeah, I know,
Good
right?
God.
I picked the right
Slayer.
Opeth album. I think I picked the right.
Well, you know what?
It was
Opeth-
good. It was a good album, but it wasn't Rain and Blood.
My advice to Opeth: try writing some more 2-minute long songs.
Oh my God.
Maybe,
Fuck you.
maybe. Can you imagine Michael's reaction to writing a 2-minute song? You would.
Can you imagine him writing anything that's over 200 beats per minute?
Yeah. So in case anyone wasn't listening, Slayer's Rain in Blood won by 2 votes to 1 over Opeth's Ghost Reveries, and so Slayer carries on 2 in a row now, and we have a very fitting opponent. Very similar band. This band is called Kamelot, and the album is The Black Halo. Which is, do you think this is the first band we've done that people might not have heard of?
It's
I
definitely.
don't know.
I think they're the least popular band we've done
They're
so far,
definitely the least popular.
Yeah,
which is kind of a shame because they're fucking incredible.
yeah.
Like, I legit
agree.
think this is one of the best modern metal bands out there.
A lot of people would agree with you. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of reviews saying that this is like one of the top 10 metal albums of all time. Like, not even power metal, just metal album.
Yeah, this album in particular, but also just the band in general are
Yeah.
fucking great. And like, I don't know. Matt, you introduced me to Kamelot, like probably 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
That was I'd never heard of them before you played them for me. But once I started getting into power metal more, is when, you can tell that everyone who's in that scene knows Kamelot.
Mm-hmm.
But they're kind of different than a lot of power metal bands.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they mix genres quite a bit. They're not straight up
Yeah.
power metal, which is why
got-
I think I like them so much. Because I'm not typically like I like power metal enough, but I don't really go to power metal as my my main
Yeah.
source.
you don't call yourself a power metal guy.
I wouldn't say so. I'm more of a prog metal guy. But Kamelot, like if they're more power metal than anything, and I think that's probably the case, they have enough of the prog in there that it keeps me interested.
They might be the holy grail we've been searching for. Hey, a lot of power metal bands are kind of proggy. Maybe Kamelot are the ones who
Did they
who
find the
combine
perfect mixture?
the two, because they definitely got the power metal feel. I'm a power metal guy, so they hit all the right notes in
I mean,
terms
their
of.
vocalist really just screams power metal. He's fantastic.
Yeah, we'll get into him definitely, but so Kamelot also kind of strange that they're a Florida band.
Florida's a strange
Another-
place.
Florida loves death metal. We've had a little power metal thing going on here too.
Yeah, you got Ice
Got a
Death
great
as well.
team,
But this does not sound like a Florida band. This sounds like
no.
a European band.
No, I
they-
mean, you can imagine wrestling an alligator while listening to this album.
Okay, that's the bar for what you want, but they were embraced more by Europe as well, I think.
Definitely, they sound a little bit more like if you were to tell someone, "Where do you think this is from?" They'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah, I think they were definitely influenced by the European scene. I mean, they have a Norwegian singer for like 8 of their albums, which is including the one that we're doing, and he never lived in Florida like he is.
That's a shame.
I mean, I think
all this beaches.
I think I think the Floridian heat is a bit too much for Norwegian, maybe. But yeah, it's weird because so the band was formed by Thomas Youngblood, who's the guitarist and songwriter. He's been there since the beginning. And he's still there. And he sought out Roy Khan. Like he called him because Roy Khan was initially in another band called Conception, and he enlisted him into Kamelot, which it's crazy to think, back in the late 90s, that a guy in Florida was able to just
it was earlier than that, right? I mean, I feel like Khan joined Kamelot at least mid 90s, right? Maybe earlier.
So I think it was like 97 or 98.
Was it really that late?
So they did 2 albums with a different guy as the singer. And then apparently he didn't want to tour and stuff, so they were like, all right, well,
what is with these people not wanting to tour? Didn't we have that issue?
Why are you in a band?
Yeah.
They're like, you know what, I want to be in a band, but I don't want to go.
There's always that one guy doesn't want to fucking tour.
Yeah.
Those non-touring fucks.
Yeah. So he found out about this Norwegian band called Conception, which Roy Khan was the singer of, and he enlisted him into Kamelot. But as far as I understand, Roy Khan never actually moved to Florida and stuff. He just, I don't know exactly how it worked. But
probably just recorded all his stuff in Norway.
Yeah, I guess so. Which again, that seems more okay, in 2020 you can imagine that. But
yeah, that's very common now, but back then that's weird.
Yeah, but
just imagine getting a tape. A big ass tape of audio recording is okay, what do we do with this?
Yeah.
Just mix it with our
exactly
music.
Right. But Kamelot, they I don't know how to describe it. They seem a lot more, with power metal, you associate power metal with happy metal is another name for the power metal genre.
I guess
Kamelot are not really a happy band. I wouldn't say. I
don't know. How many happy bands are there? Because you think of Blind Guardian. Not
they got some joy to them.
Yeah, some joyous stuff. I mean, there's some celebratory music in some power metal bands.
Yeah,
they like to be uplifting.
There's an epic feel to power metal.
Yeah. There's a heroic feel almost.
Yeah, there's a good word, heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah, heroic. And Kamelot are more they're romantic tragedies. They
there's definitely that
very dramatic.
It reminds me of Nightwish in certain areas, but
like a less orchestral.
Yeah, a little bit more
very different. Very drama-y.
It's a little bit more
theatrical.
Yeah, theatrical is probably the right word. I was going to say
without the orchestra in the background.
There's definitely a theatrical element to them.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, they do have orchestral elements.
I mean, this is a concept album, so it makes sense because they're trying to tell a story the entire time.
Yeah, this particular album is when they really got their sound in terms of. I think they had the budget behind them to do what they wanted to do.
Oh yeah, this album sounds so good. Just sonically, it is such a step up from all their previous releases.
Definitely, it blows. I mean, the one before this was Epica, which is the first part of this 2 album thing,
which I tried to listen to, but it does not sound good. As far as just the recording quality, I mean.
No, it's got exactly. If they had the budget for this album on that one, it would probably be an equal in terms of the. I really like the arrangements and the songs in that album, but the sound quality is just, this album blows anything out of the water of what they did before. Thomas Youngblood and Richard Warner started the band. They did 2 albums with a different singer, and they were still kind of finding their feet. They sounded a lot different before they got Roy Khan on board on their 3rd album, which was called Siege Perilous. So they were still still playing the Kamelot links quite heavily at that point. And that's when they sort of hit their stride in the 4th album, called The Fourth Legacy, funnily enough. And that's when you got the sort of classic, Kamelot sound. Roy Khan, not just a singer, for these albums was also on the songwriting and the lyrics and everything. He is, you know what? He's an underrated metal singer, I would say. He's one of the best. He is one of the best.
He really fits the theme for a power metal band.
Yeah.
Like there's like you can hear the way of some vocalists just sing, and you're just like,
I actually disagree. I feel like he sounds like a power metal singer, but he does stuff that other power metal singers don't do. Like he's way more emotional with his singing and theatrical.
So you're saying he's almost as good as Dave Mustaine?
Yeah, that's the first mention for Dave on this episode.
Yeah, maybe the only, because I don't think we have much to say regarding Dave Mustaine.
Actually, from the grapevine, I've heard some things.
Yeah,
that Dave Mustaine might not like Kamelot too much because they sound a lot like Megadeth. So he said he's going to go faster than them next album.
Fair enough. But yeah, I agree, Pat. Roy Khan is definitely got more to his arsenal, I guess, than a lot of other power metal singers show. I don't know if they can do what he can do, but like it's definitely like his lower tones that he brings out, especially in this album. He's unparalleled, man. I mean, when I think of my favorite metal singers, he's not the first name that comes to mind, but when I was listening to Kamelot this week, it reminded me how fucking good he is, man. I could listen to him read a phone book, man. His voice is just
It'd be
incredible.
one hell of an epic reading.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got something about
Thomas White. And then he says his number, whatever number that is.
And also the way he writes lyrics as well. They're kind of like, I don't know, like some Kamelot lyrics just stand out to me as like, they're very cheesy, but at the same time,
it's catchy.
Cheesy
is catchy though. Cheesy is catchy. And that's kind of like, I don't know if prog metal's that way, but I know power metal can get very cheesy as to what, but it sticks to your head. Like you just hum it, and you're just like,
I don't feel like.
Think of this song.
Yeah, I don't feel like his lyrics are any more cheesy than any other power metal band.
No, but I
think his cheesiness is a little bit more attachable because there's a little bit more emotion to it, and because it's a little more dramatic and theatrical.
It's more like, but he has like an earnestness about him that, like, you know, some power metal bands are kind of tongue in cheek. Like they know that it's kind of funny and they kind of play.
He tries to say something cheesy. It's like, no, guys, I'm serious about it.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be cheesy. It just.
I feel like his voice is very easy to emotionally connect to compared to other singers.
Yeah, definitely.
He's really good.
Definitely.
If he makes a song that's very happy and joyous, you feel really happy and joyous. If he makes a really sad song, you're just like, holy shit, this fucking hits hard.
And you just get the feeling that he's trying to say something with all of his lyrics.
Yeah, there's like a message behind it all.
There's no like throwaway, you know, whatever kind of things. But so he was in the band for, I think it was 8 albums. And they're kind of golden period, you know, it's debatable, but this album, the one before, Karma.
What's funny is I noticed that their albums with Tommy, the singer who replaced him, like they're getting more popular as they go on. Yeah,
the latest one, 2018, Shadow Theory, was pretty good actually. It's a good album.
I was looking at like the sales in like the US, and they're like charting with their newer albums. Yeah.
Well, I also think that could possibly be like people are a little bit more aware musically in terms of like
maybe
I guess more underground stuff, because like back in 2005 Kamelot probably wasn't super popular, at least here in the US.
I mean, it wasn't the style of metal that was popular at that time. But yeah, I mean, Tommy Kaverick, I think is Kaverick or something. He came in. So Roy Khan left the band a few albums after this one. Some combination of burnout. It was weird, actually. I read this interview that he did in 2009, just like a year before he left the band, and the interviewer was like asking all these questions, like, "Oh man, I hope you don't get burnout, man. That would suck if you got burnout." And he was like, "Yeah, no, we're taking it. We're trying to avoid that situation." But the interviewer just kept pushing it. He was like, "Yeah, it would really suck if you got burnout and stuff." And then he did. That's what happened.
Completely the interviewer's fault.
It's the interviewer that burnt him out. He goes, each time he asks the question, he goes, "Holy shit, am I burning out? Like, what the fuck?"
He's like, he just.
And then by the
that obvious?
he goes, "You know what? I am fucking burnt out. This sucks."
Yeah. So Roy Khan just like vanished off the face of the earth. He found God. He found him.
Really? No, seriously. He found religion. Is that? What happened?
He turned to religion. He turned to religion hardcore.
It happens.
Yeah, well, he did something that Kerry King could never do, and he found God.
And God says, "No more Kamelot."
Yeah.
It's a heathen band.
God said, "Listen to Kerry."
Well, God's in Norway, if you were wondering. So he just like vanished off the metal scene completely. He worked in a church. He worked for his church in some Norwegian village for a while. Did a bit of singing with the choir,
Oh, that's good.
Well, I bet those gospel songs are fire.
Yeah.
That really touched a lot of people. Like, oh, I thank God.
There was some like story about like somebody posted a video of him singing with the choir or the gospel in like 2013 or something. And he requested them to take it down because he didn't want any attention or anything. But it's just, but he's back.
Quit being so damn good at singing, then.
I know, right? What a waste.
You're making the rest of the sisters look bad.
What a fucking waste, right?
They're all like, clapping, doing their gospel.
Yeah, this
guy's
really
just like
dramatic.
destroying them.
Yeah, but he's back on the scene now. He came back.
He rejoined Conception, right?
Conception, yeah, his band in Norway. He's done a few interviews and stuff, and he's very like, I don't know. I think he's going to get corrupted by the music industry again, because
it'd suck if he got burned out again.
Yeah,
the same interviewer comes back, starts fucking with his head.
Yeah, he did all these interviews where he was talking about, why he left, and he was saying like it just got too much for him, like he couldn't handle going out and dealing with fans and pretending to be happy all the time, and you know what I mean, like being a performer and stuff.
Yeah.
But he tried to, he went away and did his religious thing and everything, but he's creeping back now. So I wouldn't be surprised if you get a reunion tour at some point.
Have you listened to Conception?
Not really. I listened to.
It's a prog power metal band according to Wikipedia.
I'd probably like them. I mean,
I've never
heard anything.
I'd listened to the latest one they did when he came back in 2018. I think it was just once though, so I don't really have an opinion on it. But it was just nice to hear his voice. He's just a great singer.
There's some vocalists out there that stopped, and I'm just waiting for them to come back.
Yeah, where are they? Yeah, exactly. But I think I could see a reunion happening. Hey, this came out in 2005, right? This album, so maybe 25.
I mean, if the money's good enough, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, the thing is, like, is Kamelot a big enough band for that?
I think so. I think especially now that you're, like you mentioned, like they're getting a little bit popular. It's not outside of the realm of possibility that, like,
yeah, but they're getting popular with the new singer.
Who said that the people now wouldn't be on with Roy Khan?
I don't know, but I do think that
he's a fantastic singer, and
he is. Like, the new singer's good too, Tommy. He's good, but his style's not really for me. I think
he's actually a good replacement, I would say, in terms of trying to replace Khan, because he sounds a bit like him at some point in some of his.
Yeah, he kind of looks like him too. It's weird.
He does, yeah. He's like a workaholic, that guy. Like he's in another band called Seventh Wonder. And he's a firefighter as well, like a literal firefighter.
How do you have time to do that?
I don't know, man. I guess he's not on call when they're fucking touring and stuff. But So yeah, but like these guys are even more boring than Opeth, man. Like there's no drama at all. Like they're all like really.
You act like that's a bad thing.
It's bad for our podcast.
wait. So I gotta ask. Did he? So he decided to leave. Did Kamelot say anything like negative about him?
They just all were like,
were they just really bummed that he was gone? It's like the next guy's not
obviously.
Good.
I mean, he left when they were pretty much at their peak. So
does Tom want to just like fucking bop him in the knees and make sure he never comes back?
They both like Tommy's like, all right, I understand and respect that all the fans love Khan, but I'm just gonna do my thing. And Khan's like, oh yeah, Tommy's great, it's all like
disgusting.
Love fest. It's
what are these people from Switzerland? Why are they so respectful for each other? Jesus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get an album from Kamelot eventually where both of them are singing.
Why not?
How good would that album be? I haven't listened to Tommy, so you guys have a little bit more like leeway.
I mean, it'd be fine. I don't know. Like, I think
too much. Would it be too much? Too differing of a.
I mean, the thing is,
no, definitely not.
The thing is, though, they're not just the vocalists; they're songwriters and composers. They get like Khan, especially, was way involved. Him and Thomas Youngblood basically created the songs together, like in the, credits of who wrote the songs and composed the songs.
The new guy Tommy? Is he pretty involved with the lyrics?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Maybe Thomas Youngblood likes working with someone else, but
I get it. I'm really bad at writing vocal melodies and lyrics myself, so like having a singer to work with is so helpful.
You can understand Thomas Youngblood's point of view. Yeah, but they're still going strong. Still good. I've seen them live a few times with Tommy, and he plays some of the old songs. They don't play a lot from the Black Halo, especially, which kind of sucks.
I actually, in an older band, I opened for these guys. I'm just going. That's my one thing.
Oh, so I want to say that.
Nice. So you've met them?
No. I just opened for them.
They were like, Liu, opener, you go in that room, don't talk to them.
I saw them in an alleyway beforehand, and was like, that's Kamelot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great story.
It was a great story, yeah.
Yeah. And how did they play? Were they good?
Oh yeah, they were fantastic. I think it was Tommy. I think it was their first tour in the U.S. with Tommy.
This was back in 2000 and
early 2010s. I don't remember the year, but
2012 probably.
Yeah, maybe sometime around then.
Yeah, that must have been his first one then. Yeah, anytime I've seen them, like I saw them, they played a venue in London which was way too small for them because it was one of the most packed gigs I've ever been to. Like you could not move. Like it was sold the fuck out, that gig.
I mean, get used to that with when it comes to metal. They always love to go into these small dive bars and shit like that.
No, trust me, this was next level. I've seen loads of gigs, and this one I just couldn't move at all. They were in way too small a venue for them. But the next time I saw them, they played a slightly bigger place, and you could actually move. But they're popular anyway in London. Anyway, I don't know about the rest of the world, but
well, like you said, like London and UK and America kind of has very similar trends when it comes to music.
And they deserve to be popular, man. They're a fucking great band.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's a shame.
Would you guys debate that they're probably one of the most underrated bands?
I think so. I would say, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, off the top of my head,
like especially considering like they don't probably get the kind of feedback
they're not in the
coverage that they deserve. Because even for a power metal band, they're really easy to digest. Like I think that a lot of people would probably take to them pretty well.
And they're also, they can get on board people that are not, people who would listen to Halloween or Blind Guardian or something.
Oh, yeah.
Some people might not like that, but they could find things in Kamelot that they do like,
Yeah. I definitely think that the vocalist in Kamelot is a little bit more easier to digest than someone like Blind Guardians. Hansi is a very unique vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
sure.
Khan is an operatic singer, and he can do all that stuff. But he's
Hansi's
got
definitely
more of a
definitely.
yeah. Well, he's just different. Yeah. All right. So, well, unfortunately, long listeners of the show know we like to do a Dave Mustaine section for every episode, but I scoured.
No. Don't you tell me.
I scoured the internet, man. I could not find any interactions.
That's all very sad, but
so they even toured together. Not even once.
Okay. So I found one thing. One thing. There was an interview with Thomas Youngblood back in 2001. So this was even before this album came out. And the interviewer said that they were supporting Megadeth on a Megadeth tour just for a few shows. So it wasn't like a whole tour.
Gotcha.
Just a few dates in their home country or whatever. And Thomas was like, yeah, it's kind of weird. We're not going to play any of our ballads. That's it. That's the only Dave
probably appreciated that.
Well, that's actually important when you're in a band and you're opening for another band. Like you should pick your songs that kind of best suit the audience.
Yeah,
fair.
Not only that, but like Dave has his own fair share of ballads, and if yours is better than his, watch out. That storm is going to be nasty.
I don't know if I've heard a Megadeth ballad.
Yeah. They're going to be like, we're going to play all our shit as songs so Dave doesn't get upset with us.
Cancel us out of US tours.
All right. So, there's no things to really say about the band members. They're all
no drama. No one sleeping with each other's wives. No girlfriends involved. That just like.
Nope. They're all just cool dudes.
That's absurd.
Chill dudes.
Come on.
That's wild. That's wild to think, especially considering it's a band called Kamelot. If you're in the circle of Kamelot, you're probably
should be some like Game of Thrones shit going on.
Yeah, exactly. You probably murdered someone or something like that. I'm a little disappointed there's no bloodshed right now.
I know, right? That's where we leave part 1 of this episode. And when we get back, we're going to discuss the Black Halo, the plot, but also the music. Mainly the music. But
the main reason for this whole podcast.
Yeah. Actually, we're just not going to discuss the music. We're just going to
the songs. We're just going to go with the story. I hope you guys read up.
Yeah. Yes.
If you have any questions or comments you want to share with us, follow us on Twitter at heavymetalmelee or send us an email at heavymetalmelee@gmail.com.
Nice.
Yep. Do the thing.
Do it. Why not? All right. The Black Halo. We're gonna do a literary analysis of this album.
Let's not get.
I am not because I didn't really listen to the lyrics. I just sing along with it.
No, me neither. So this was released March 15, 2005.
Yeah, my birthday.
Just the.
Yeah.
Oh.
How old were you when this came out?
What, 2005?
Yeah. Do the math.
He was just.
I was 19.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have taken that long to do the maths, but there you go.
Oh my god!
Beware the Ides of March.
Were you listening to Kamelot in 2005?
No.
He was so excited on his birthday that Kamelot was coming out with a new album.
I got into Kamelot around 2011, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
I got into Kamelot about a week ago.
Yeah.
Really?
I knew about them, but I never really followed them.
No, I got into them 2012. Matt, I remember exactly. It's one of the few bands I remember exactly where I was when I heard them for the first time because you introduced them to me when I came over there. I listened to the shit out of it. I remember listening to it on the plane journey home, like the whole album. So, good memories.
No,
with this
I was really into them. 2012.
Yeah. Very underrated band. If anyone listening hasn't heard them, check them out, definitely. Well, you should have listened to this album because this is the whole point of the podcast. All right, so the personnel: Roy Khan on vocals, Thomas Youngblood guitars. They're the two main singers, composers, and everything. Glenn Barry on bass guitar and Casey Grillo on the drums.
There's only one guitarist.
Yep.
One guitarist. Yeah. Miro on the keyboards and orchestral production. He was a big influence on this band, definitely, when he joined.
Definitely.
And Sasha Path, I think his name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's a big name. He's done a lot of other power metal. He's a producer on a lot of albums and stuff. And then we got some big names in the guest section as well. You got Simone Simmons from Epica, who that band was named after Kamelot's previous album.
Right.
Oh, really?
So she probably wasn't on the scene that long when she was doing this guest spot.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. And she must have obviously been a fan of them. And then you've got Shagrath from Dimi Bujia, which was a great addition to this album. It's not his. I don't think that's his real name, by the way.
Probably not.
Don't think so.
Nah, but yeah, I mean they were big around this time as well, so it was a good get for them to get him on. And the other name that stood out to me is Jens Johansson on the keyboards. He does the keyboards for the first two songs. He's from
Stradivarius, yeah. Definitely his style.
Oh yeah, he's a bit of a legend. Like if you ever want to play 6 Degrees of Separation in metal, do him, because his influences on a lot of things. Like he was in Stradivarius, he was with Yngwie for a while as well. He's guest appearances on loads of albums.
He played in Rainbow.
Yeah, he's been everywhere, man. I mean, power metal in general, they all seem to just like collaborate with each other. Like you get so many guest vocalists and guest appearances on different power metal albums.
Kind of hard for people to just not like just tag along and be like, hey, you want to do like a song together? You're like, yeah, let's do it.
I think they all live in a big cabin somewhere in Sweden or something.
That sounds very nice.
It's in Florida, duh.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I don't think so. And Mr. Youngblood, he gets the whole family involved. So Mori Youngblood does some of the female vocals on some of the songs.
There's two of them.
And he even gets his little daughter, Annalise Youngblood, plays the baby in Soul Society.
Interesting
that
choice.
Like giggling baby sounds
Creepy ass giggling baby. So now everyone's gonna just remember her as, hey, you were that creepy ass giggling baby.
Whenever she walks down the street, you're that weird baby from the Kamelot song.
Yeah, exactly. And there's other people, but whatever. So anyway, 58 minutes and 41 seconds. So
was that with or without the interludes?
That's with the interludes, yeah.
And
so
not
now it's probably like 55.
I mean, to be honest, like some of the interludes are 1 minute, yeah.
1 minute, 41 seconds.
And I'm assuming that's not counting the bonus tracks.
No, it's not.
No, I didn't do the bonus ones, but yeah, I mean, some of the interludes are almost as long as Necrophobic, so but we're not going to rank. We're not doing the interludes in our rankings.
Yeah, that would be
because I did not listen.
So, Matt, there's no need to play Hook or No Hook in this album, is there? they all have hooks. I mean,
yeah, it's a very melodic album.
Yeah. Oh man, my initial notes for this album, like pretty much every song, I was just like, great chorus, great vocals, great arrangement, great riffs. It's just, all right, let's get into it because this album's fucking great. All right, song number 1, March of Mephisto. It's my number 1 song on the album.
I'm shocked.
Well, I'm very shocked too. I'm actually
no. This is I mean, they're all. I want to say right now they're all great songs. So like, I'm not that shocked. But this is my number 6.
Yeah, this is my number 7. This is my number 7 song.
God,
which again, like, fantastic song. Especially like they get super proggy like in the middle of this. Like, there's this keyboard part that's just like, what the hell? This is a power metal band.
I love the marching bit.
Oh my god,
it's
so
it's
epic.
very epic. It's very epic. That's one of the things. The chorus is amazing.
The intro is dark as hell, like that kind of creepy. I don't know what instrument or what sound it is, but it's like before that it's got
like some
weird...
low strings.
Yeah, and then the fucking violins and everything come in, and Shagrath kills it like that.
Shagrath is good though.
Oh my god.
If you listen to Dimmu Borgir at all, you understand. But if you don't, go listen to him. he's got such.
Yeah, but his vocals in this song,
vocals are so good.
Like, oh my god, you could just imagine, like, it's like a demon just giving a speech.
He's so good at sounding. Evil.
Like
he's so good at it.
And he just, the way it ends and then hits that fucking riff is so great. And like you say, it captures that marching feel of just.
Yeah.
It makes you want to headbang as well, which is always.
I mean, I can't imagine this not being their opening song in the tours. Like, I've never seen them. I can't imagine this.
Last time I saw it, they played it on the encore. It was the intro to.
That was the encore, because I feel like this is such a perfect like opening song because I
don't know. I feel like it's a bit slow for an opening song.
Yeah, for an opening song, you need something fast. I do like When the Lights Are Down or something for an opening song, but. Yeah, the chorus is catchy. I mean, I honestly, all of these songs, my notes say the chorus is catchy. So I always try and sing the growling parts as well whenever I listen to this song. But can't do it. Bass
it just sounds like you have indigestion.
Yeah. So I've wrote some. For every song I've put some standout lyrics, right? Because I love the lyrics in this album, but like. So now tell me all about your pain.
That's the one that always comes to mind whenever I think of this song. That line, how he delivers it, is so good.
It's so like over the top. It's like, yeah. And quick point to the plot of the album. So this is Ariel still grieving. Mephisto's gaining control over him. That's what's happening with all this stuff. Yeah, and then you've obviously, like you said, Matt, you got that weird sounding keyboard solo from Jens Johansson, I guess.
Yeah, it's so proggy. Like,
yeah,
this is one of the first Kamelot songs I heard, and it really stuck with me.
Damn. So already the rankings have gone all over the place.
Yeah, like on any other album, this would be like my number one, but it's number 6 on this album.
Yeah,
this
is a very good song, but.
So I knew before we started our rankings were going to be all over the place.
I was expecting it to be different, but I wasn't expecting it to be this different, especially with our number ones. I figured, you know how in our last week, our number ones were pretty close to each other.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's more obvious with Opeth. This album, though, it's so strong. This is such a very strong album.
Yeah, and there's a reason why like everyone lauds it as one of the best metal, because every single song is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I could pick out. There's maybe 2 songs on this album which I don't think would be good singles. The rest I think could actually be good singles.
Oh yeah,
they obviously can't release them all as singles, but you know.
Yeah, they may as well though. But okay, so yeah, great song. The next song, When the Lights Are Down.
Yeah,
another awesome song.
This is the best song. This is my number.
Oh, this is my number 5. Like we're not even near my best song.
This is my favorite song because it's just I'm shocked that this wasn't their single.
When you said it earlier in the week, and I knew exactly you were talking about this song.
And you knew it was this song because it is so fucking catchy and singable. Yeah. Like it's just the song that once you hear the first few notes, everyone's ready to sing along with it.
It sounds like
it's a very easy song to digest. It's a very easy song to just
it's probably the most power metal song on the album.
Definitely. And that's why I love it so much. It's so core to the power metal.
Yeah, this is classic speed power metal shit. Like it sounds like it could be the intro theme to like an anime or something.
Oh, definitely, because like the way he sings it is so heroic and very like epic, and just like you get behind it. You're just like, oh, I'm all in on this.
I love,
it's a fucking great song.
If you were seeing this live or with mates and stuff,
I'd be like pushing to the front,
singing. All the choruses on this album are singable.
All the choruses are good, but this one just fucking like lifts you up to it.
This one has an energy that a lot of the other ones don't have.
Yeah, this is definitely the most energetic. This is my number 6, Corey. So.
Wow. Okay. So wait, this is his number. You said 5?
5. Yeah.
You're 6, and then his number 1 was our 7 and 6.
I fucking love this song so much, and the fact that it's number 5 is just
that is mind blowing.
You know what I like about this album especially is like all the songs are so fucking tight. Like they're mostly, except for one song, 4 or 5 minutes long. They never overstay their welcome.
Yeah.
They always have something interesting going on.
I think this definitely they utilize the time properly.
Yeah.
On every song. Like I feel like song, there's maybe like 1 or 2 songs where it's just like they could have used a few seconds better,
Yeah.
However, like the fact that not a lot of these songs go past 5 minutes, like one, two.
Yeah, I don't think any of these songs overstay their welcome at all.
And it also has, like, on the surface level, you might just hear the choruses and think, okay, yeah, they got depth to them. Like, they got interesting things going on throughout most of the songs. And this one has another fucking keyboard solo again. Jens Johansson doing his thing, doing the trading with the guitar solo. That's very Stratovarius, man.
Yeah, his solo is amazing on this one.
Yeah, we got to do some Stratovarius soon. But anyway, forget about that.
Also, I said, oh, no, never mind. I got it.
So my standout lyrics was rules without exceptions last eternally. Every move you make creates your destiny, which sounds like a fucking Instagram inspirational quote.
I don't know. I think I cracked that out of a fortune cookie.
I mean, no matter how fucking cheesy the lyrics are, the way he delivers them, like, they're so memorable.
It's really good. It's
great.
really good.
I'm gonna make fun, but I fucking love it, guys. Like, I love.
He's from the UK. He loves cheesy. So if you have any cheesy comments, put them in the comment section below.
Okay, quick plot point. So this is Mephisto brings Ariel a woman who looks and sounds exactly like Helena, his dead lover, and they have sex, and this is what this song's about.
Nice.
You know, when the lights
That's
are
why
out.
it's so uplifting.
Because when the lights are down, we fuck. That's what we do when the lights are down.
We fuck every day.
That's what you're into.
Yeah.
All right. When the lights are down, we fuck every day.
Yeah, that's the alternate cut before they feel like, wait, maybe not. Okay, so the next song is The Haunting, Somewhere in Time, brackets.
Not The Hunting, like I mistakenly thought it was. Because whenever he was saying somewhere in time, I will find you and hunt you.
He was not saying hunt.
You again. I don't know why I thought it was hunting, but
completely changes it a little bit.
Yeah, because I was a little bit more malicious with my vocals.
So this is my number 2.
This is my number 2.
Wow, my number 7.
Oh,
wow.
Again,
this is a very anthem-y song.
Yeah,
I feel like it's super anthem-y.
This is a bit too ballady for me. That being said, it's fantastic. Like, even like number 7 is really good on this album.
I do like the song, and I completely understand why. I mean, I kind of understand why it's a single. I think When the Lights Are Down a little bit more catchy, but this was
this is
has
a perfect
more appeal.
Single. Yeah,
I think it has more appeal to different
also,
types
why
of
does
people.
he quietly go to sleep? Why not
loudly go to sleep? No one loudly goes to sleep.
Corey loudly goes to sleep.
I go to sleep.
Corey,
I remember that camping trip.
Yeah, Corey is loud whilst he's sleeping. I don't think he's loud whilst.
I don't understand the whole concept of quietly going to sleep.
No, so yeah, this is my number 2 because the vocal melodies are fucking amazing in this song. Again, Khan gets to shine with his kind of deeper voice that he does. This album's a lot darker than their other ones. Like,
I'm surprised you guys put it so high.
No, I like the song a lot.
I love the female vocals. Simone Simmons does that part, and just the way they kind of trade off each other. And when she takes over at one point, so beautiful. Again, another like the solos on this album are great as well. Like,
they are really good.
He's a great guitar player.
I will definitely be talking about his guitar playing over the course of this album.
Yeah,
it's great. It's really good.
It's really good.
The riffing as well, but his solo playing is underrated as well. Like,
he's a very progressive guitar player, but it never goes to the realm of being like, well, that was weird. You know, it's always like, well, that sounds totally appropriate for the song. Like, there's nothing that sounds out of place. So he plays for the song, which, as much as I love like Dream Theater, a lot of times it'll just be like, here's something that's really show offy that really doesn't fit with anything.
Yeah, Kamelot are not a flashy band in,
maybe that's why they're not as popular as they should be.
I don't know. He can play his ass off though, because he's fantastic. He needs
to start using his ego a little bit more and just like show off.
He just doesn't do it, but he's amazing. Like, so my standout lyrics are what made me think you were her. Helena is dead to all. Dead to all.
So good.
It's awesome.
The ranking for this song changed a lot. Like every time I listened to it, it got higher, but it never got past 7.
Which is weird. Does that mean it was at 10 at one point?
So
it was never that low. It was more like it went from
like
at
9 and it went to 7.
Yeah.
That's not that much of a rise.
This is the only so me and you agreed on this one, Corey, right?
I think this is 2. Yeah. This is the only one that's so far the same numbers.
I love this song. So the plot is basically, so this is the morning after he slept with this woman who looked and sounded like Helena, and he's like
realized
that he's fucked up here. He apologizes for seducing her, explains his story to this girl, and begs her to leave. Which is, again,
well, she was like, I was already on my way out. So.
it's just bad breakup etiquette. Yeah, he's like, and he's just like saying to her face,
I'm ashamed of myself. Please go.
I just like the idea of this guy being like, "What made me think you were her?" Like shaking her or whatever. But then he says, "We're gonna meet again someday." So,
whenever I'm really missing Helena,
I think he's pulling for a 3-way here, man. He's like.
When he brings his dead girlfriend back to life, like, how is this going to work?
He's looking for that triple stack, right?
Yeah, he wants. He's got ideas here. Okay, all right. So the next song, Soul Society.
I love this song.
I hate to say it, but this is my 3rd favorite song.
This is my number 2.
4 for me.
Okay, so this is the closest that we've been so far, which
is
crazy.
A great fucking song.
This is a great song. This is a good song. Great emotion behind it too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I get bored of just saying the chorus is amazing, but the chorus is fucking amazing.
How dare they make their choruses so good? We need to separate these songs somehow.
We need to make a shit song pretty soon.
Do you remember that anime Bleach?
Oh my God! Yeah, I always think of Bleach when I think of this.
Yeah,
probably because of the name Soul Society. It sounds.
I'm pretty sure they had something. I never really watched that show. My brother watched it, but I remember there was something called the Soul Society or something. There must be some YouTube video.
That's such a weird. Yeah, I know. They probably one of those anime AMVs.
We just came out as weebs, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Hey, hey, you know what? It's not fucking Dragon Ball Z with. Lincoln Park.
So do you remember the Trunks DBZ movie?
Oh yeah,
that had music from Dream Theater.
Did it?
Yeah.
No way.
That's
actually pretty legit.
In the actual movie.
Yeah. It might have just been the English dub, but it was the official dub.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty sick.
It was music from Scenes from a Memory.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, this song.
Yeah,
awesome.
Great
I love this song.
The orchestral elements add such an epic feel to it as well. The riffing is amazing, especially under the verses. I really love the riffing under the verses.
Yeah. This was my number 1 for a while. Not over the past week, but when I was first getting into this album, like
I'm kind of surprised because you were talking about how what was it? The Haunting was too ballady, but this is kind of ballady.
I don't think this is that ballady.
A little bit.
Not in the same way.
This
is a faster paced song.
This is not like your typical power metal song, though.
Maybe in the verses, but the chorus is so uplifting and man, yeah, I got this stuck in my head.
But you hear the lyrics and you're just like, damn, it's pretty.
Yeah, I got this stuck in my head all week, man.
I want to give a shout out to the production of this album. Especially like how they do their keyboard layers and like the sound effects. Like it's so flawless, and it's never the main event of a song, but it adds this kind of like nuance that envelops the whole thing. Kind of it takes you places.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
It definitely adds a lot of flavor to this whole album. All of that stuff.
But that's the thing I like about Kamelot is like it's always the guitar and the vocals, which is like dead center. That's what they're all the songs are about, the guitar and the vocals.
Yeah.
So when they add stuff like orchestra and keyboards, they don't take away from the guitar. Like it's never. I want to talk about Nightwish briefly, but that was the thing.
Obsessed with them.
Just because we trashed them enough in the other episode.
I didn't trash them. Like I like a lot about Nightwish, but the thing I did not care about is the fact that they made the orchestra like the big deal. This is what the song is about.
Yeah, and, I mean, it shows the difference of who's the brains behind the bands, because
that's fair.
In Nightwish, you got Thomas who wants to do that, and in Kamelot, it's the vocalist and the guitarist who are the main dudes. So and the keyboards are still amazing, but they're always like there to support the song. They're not there to be the main event. And I like that. Exactly. I shout out to the guitar solo in this one as well. This has got a great guitar solo. I really like that part with the weird after the weird heavenly section with the laughing babies and stuff. It's kind of weird.
It was kind of weird, but I don't mind it, I guess.
Yeah, it fits the mood of the Soul Society. It's got that kind of feel to it and everything.
Yeah, the dead baby feel that a lot of bands strive for.
Standout lyrics are, how could I be condemned for the things that I have done if my intentions were good? Just makes you think, man. Makes you think. The plot, so Ariel is like being pretty emo now, after all this shit with this other girl, and he leaves Mephisto. He's like, you know what, fuck your help, I don't want it anymore. And he's like, he's wondering if all the pain he's caused is worth his quest. Anyway, now we have an interlude.
What pain did he give, though?
Well,
like he gave someone some sex. Like, there's no pain in that.
It just, he's been on a big quest, right? Trying to find the answers. It's just he's just...
What's with all these quests? I've never been on a quest.
I know.
What we need to do a quest on? We need to do a quest for fire.
We do need to do a quest for fire. Will you join me?
That'll be another week.
We'll have a whole episode just dedicated to one song.
Yeah. All right, so we've got our first interlude. Not much to say about it.
What's going on during this interlude? I don't even understand it.
Well, I can tell you the plot. Ariel concludes that he will never know the answers to Earth. He will never know the answers on Earth, and they must lie in heaven.
Oh, I thought you was going to say Mars.
Yeah. The answers to the meaning of life lie in Mars.
In Mars.
Some doom shit right there.
Yeah. No, it's heaven. It's heaven. So we get next. So just a quick shout out to these next three songs. They fit perfectly between these two interludes.
These songs always blend together for me, but like in a good way, not like in a bad way.
Yeah, they all carry on from each other. So Abandoned is the first one. Rankings.
I'll tell you, it has a 1 in it, but it's
10.
not number 1. This is my least favorite song.
This is my least favorite.
I put it as 9.
Okay, so it's close.
And this is not a bad song by any measure.
It's not a bad song, but it's way too slow, and I feel like it takes the momentum away from what
Kamelot always has to have at least one song on every album that sounds like it belongs in a Disney film.
Well, I said this feels like it belongs near the end of the album, because it just has a feel where it's like getting close to the end.
Yeah,
and it's like maybe like the conclusion where he fucked up. He realized that he fucked up, and he's here now.
It's a gorgeous song. It's
a beautiful song.
This is an amazing song.
But it's also not a power metal song.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't like it as much as the others, but it's still like I still listen to this song. I listen to every single song on this album all the way through every time.
You don't skip anything on this album.
I mean, I won't skip it because I'm too lazy to skip it. That's what I'll say about this.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I like Disney songs more than you guys.
His vocal performance on this,
you only like it slightly.
Incredible.
You have it at number 9, Venom.
Another great choruses again. Fucking hell, man! Like, it's so impactful, this ballad. Like, it just takes you to.
Also, this just shows how dramatic Ariel is.
Yeah,
he's so dramatic.
It's a very dramatic song. I mean, I can't imagine anyone being this dramatic in real life.
Ariel, calm down. No one's watching. It's fine.
Those German tragic plays of the 1800s were always so dramatic, man.
You try hard.
I like the transition into the female vocals. Like, you can just picture the music video of this guy just like, pouring his heart out, and then it slowly fades.
This is the one with the kind of the marching snare thing, like in the middle, right? The
drums. I like that. Yeah. I really like that stuff.
It's a great song. I like the fact that it's last is just a testament to how good this album is, because I love this song.
Yeah, exactly. It tells you everything. The fact that we all put it pretty low is amazing when you think about it.
I don't know how amazing, because it's last.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Corey.
I mean, just telling you, man. Yeah. Like, I feel like the middle of this album is the weakest part.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna say the beginning and the end, best parts.
All right. So the plot is, it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. He's just realized that he sinned. He can't get into heaven, and now he's begging for forgiveness, but he doesn't get his answer. He's been abandoned. Sad.
He's got to go to Mars.
Gotta go to Mars.
Fight some demons.
So the next song, this pain. This is my number 11. This is my
number 10.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know why?
This is number 8 for me.
Because this was
okay.
This pain is what I had to go through when I listened.
No. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I even said it when I was like, it's a great song. I feel like the last song kind of messed up this album's momentum. And I might be negatively judging this by that.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
You're still pissed off.
I might be a little salty about the last song, because I just like, why would you put this song in here?
You gotta have a flow of the album,
I do like when an album flows, and that last song because you went from Soul Society to Abandon.
No, you went to Interlude first.
Yeah,
don't forget the Interlude.
Didn't even sound like anything, and then you're going to this. This Pain is a good song, though. I will say that
it's a good song.
I thought you said it was your. No, whatever.
It's my number 10.
It's my number 11, but it's still a good song. They're all good songs, so
yeah, it's a good song.
No, I'm not gonna.
Good.
Yeah. Like it's only my number 8, so it's not like it's my favorite song. But like
exactly.
it's a good song.
Why are you trying to defend it so hard, Matt?
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
You piece of shit, Corey. Why is it your number 10?
I just want to call you a piece of shit. Is that so wrong?
We all agree on that sentiment.
The thing is, I'm not saying again, and I've said it multiple times, and I don't know why my two partners that are in this fucking podcast don't get it by now. Just because it's number 10 doesn't mean it's bad. God damn it! How many times?
No, I just want to call you out for nothing.
Corey, I put it as number 11, so I should be getting called out if anything.
God damn it, Benham! You son of a bitch!
How dare you?
Number 10 like me.
Look, okay, number 11 is a bit much. This is a good song.
You're causing me pain right now, so I'm starting to. I might rank this a bit higher now, actually. And feeling what he's going through. Yeah, this is great.
Great chorus hook.
Chorus again. The chorus hooks. We don't need to play hook or no hook with this album. They're all great.
There is literally no filler on this album.
Yeah, it's insane how good this album is.
Oh no, there's Abandoned.
Which, Corey, is it just because it's not your style, or is it because you really?
Of course, it's just because it's not my style. It's not a power metal band song,
right?
Like,
but
it's just not. I get it. It's good for the story. Whatever.
You could literally put that into a Disney film. It's that good. It's that good of a song.
You could put that into Disney. However, I'm not listening to a Disney album. Give me fucking Phil Collins if you're giving me a Disney album.
I don't know. Power metal, they have a lot of ballads.
I would love to see a power metal band do the entire soundtrack of any Disney movie.
Yeah,
give that to me. I will fucking go for
this. Abandon is not unusual for a power metal band. Like power metal bands always have one song that's like this.
Not, but however, I feel like it completely destroyed the momentum of this album.
We're moving on. We're abandoning Abandoned. We're not talking about it.
And we've gone through your pain, so we're on Moonlight.
We're talking about my Moonlight now.
I like the solo again for this one. The drumming under the solo is great.
Moonlight?
This pain.
Oh, this pain. We're not quite at Moonlight yet.
Again, yeah, it captures the mood of the story, whatever.
Whatever.
It's got that really emotive power metal feel to it. This one, that perfect mix of cheese and emo, which is what power metal is all about. So the plot
it's one of the more straightforward songs on the album, I think.
It's also one of the more straightforward plot points, you know. You realize he's fucked up and, you know, all the pain he's caused. All right, next song, Moonlight.
I was going back and forth between this pain and Moonlight for my rankings. I ended up with Moonlight slightly lower at 9, but like it's like inconsequential, really. It's so
Moonlight's
close.
at number 9 for me as well.
3 for me.
Oh my god, really?
I fucking love this song.
Look, I like this
amazing,
song too. So I said I like this song because it kind of brings the momentum back a little bit to this album.
Yeah. It's got a bit of headbanging, which
that chorus is fucking.
It's one of the best choruses, I think.
It's definitely addictive as fuck.
It's my favorite chorus, I think, in the whole album.
It's really fucking good.
His vocal performance on that chorus is just like
you.
Yes.
Could not compete with my pride.
It sounds a bit better than that, but
no, I am Raycon.
Listen,
it's not even his name.
Roycon.
I love the yeah.
Raycon, his brother.
Raycon, yeah, exactly.
Shao Kahn. It's the transition into the song is great with the wolf howling or whatever the fuck.
I mean, you can't go wrong with wolves howling.
I know, right? We got a bit of headbanging, which is a nice. I think actually because I put March as my favorite, and then this, so I think I like the headbanging.
This also has some really cool keyboard parts on it.
Yeah, it's just a fucking great song, man. Like, standout lyrics has got to be "You cut the silence like a knife." I love how he says that. I don't know what it means. Well, you can guess, I guess. Yeah, one of my favorite choruses. The switch up before the guitar solo is awesome. Great solo, great riffing throughout again. And then, yeah, the vocal performance is just killer on this song. Like, when he does the back-to-back choruses at the end, so emotive. Like, it's great. It's fucking great. The plot is that he's over his pain now, and he's going to go and confront Mephisto. So,
in the Moonlight.
In the Moonlight.
With
where
wolves.
else would you confront someone? You know. It's got that kind of like mid point boss feel to it. This song, it's like you're getting ready for the fight. All right,
it's the second stage.
I'm surprised you ranked it so high. I mean, it's great, but like,
I honestly, I'm a sucker for a good chorus. I think
I get it. I get why you went so high, just because that chorus is fucking good.
The chorus is good. Also, like, the intro, the fucking intro.
This is where like the momentum started coming back for the album.
Yeah, you got an out of your slump mid album.
It's fucking abandoned in this pain. Oh god.
Interlude 2, which would probably
Matt has some words.
No. Like if this pain and abandon are the weak spots of an album, that's fine by me.
It's a good.
You thought abandon was weak too.
Yeah.
Compared to everything else, but like it's still fantastic.
You were shocked that this pain was 10?
So we said we're not ranking the interludes, but this one would probably rank pretty high for me.
This is the Italian
accordion
music.
The meat grinder. You got the monkey chilling over there.
I love this shit. I don't know what it means.
I don't. It's fine.
Does anyone here know how to speak Italian?
Well, apparently, according to Wikipedia, the plot point for this song is Ariel resigns himself to death, and he goes and approaches Mephisto. I don't get that from this.
So this is the part where he gets to that one safe area where he can hit the save spot, save the game, and then get ready for the
He's in the little town, before
before the big meetup.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so the next song, The Black Halo.
This song is so goddamn good. This is my number one by far.
Oh,
this is such a banger.
This is Venom's number 9.
No, this is 8 for me.
Okay,
are you serious?
Wow.
How?
Wow.
I don't know. I just
all right. You know what? I stand corrected. I thought we were going to be a little bit more cohesive on this album. I am dead wrong because this is my number 4.
So we're all over the place.
Which I think is still reasonable. I think that's reasonable. What Venom is saying is fucking ridiculous.
For guitar,
a reason why this song was chosen as one of the singles.
This wasn't a single.
Yeah, it was.
The Black Halo was not a single.
The Black Halo, Soul Society, and The Haunting were the 3 singles.
No, it was March of Mephisto, The Haunting, and Soul Society were the 3.
Oh, I thought this was one.
No.
This is a fucking great song. This should be a single.
Definitely.
This, for guitar playing, specifically like rhythm guitar playing, this is insane. This is such an insane song.
Yeah, this is a great song.
Yeah, it is. And it's number 8 for me, but it's I'm not going to deny it's a great fucking song.
I don't know. Like, as much as I like the 3 songs before this, like, as soon as this song comes on, it's just like, it punches me right in the gut.
Like, his dick is rock hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah, you're getting... you come out of that, like, moody section in the middle, and
that's why it is very appropriate that those interludes come when they do, because it goes interlude 1... emo bullshit that no one cares about. Interlude 2, let's get back into it, boys.
Yeah, I do like that, how it starts off so fucking great. Like the intro.
You get that Italian accordion and you're fucking ready to face the fallen angel.
This sounds like boss music, this song.
It definitely has one of my favorite intros on this album. The riffing at the great.
You know, it's all right.
I like how the violin plays the same thing as well, which is cool. That kind of
Hey, give that violinist some fucking props for keeping up with them.
They're going fucking crazy on this song. Got some of the Nightwish choir. They're going bum, 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 bum.
I don't mind it here. Not that I minded it in Nightwish, but you know.
Shout out, shout out to the guitar solo on this song as well. Fucking great solo. I love his way of doing this kind of like chaotic but controlled. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know. It just creates this sense of urgency.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
This is one of my most hyped songs of all time. Like, not even on this album.
I'm surprised it's number 1. I'm surprised.
I go crazy for this song.
So wait. So if we were to ever go to a concert and this song goes on, Matt's like in that pit, fucking going elbows in.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'll never would think I'd see the day to see that.
Yeah, that's a rare occurrence. I would be joining him definitely. This is a great.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be there too.
So the plot is Ariel denounces himself as evil, and he tells Mephisto.
He's accepting it. He's like, whatever.
And he tells Mephisto, "Fuck you." He says so he denounces himself as evil, tells Mephisto to fuck off, and says he's going to live a good life like Helena, even though he knows he's going to hell. So,
that doesn't sound very evil. You could do better.
Yeah, I don't get it.
If you're trying to be evil,
I'm losing the plot, to be honest. All right, so the next song, "Nothing Ever Dies."
I love this song a lot too.
This is a really good song too.
This one was under my radar for a long time, because after the Black Halo, like, I was pretty much just like, all right, and I stopped listening to the album.
You stopped listening to the album because there's some really good songs out
there. There is, and that's like the thing. Like, it was just like it reached the point where that song was so good that I was just like, all right.
So Nothing Ever Dies for me is number 5.
It's my number 4.
Number 7 for me.
Okay, so I feel like maybe this, along with Abandoned, is probably the closest ones for us.
I said number 4.
No. Abandoned was 11, 11, and 8. This is 4, 5, and what was yours? 8, 7.
7.
Okay, so this is probably closer.
But yeah,
it's a great fucking song. I mean, like you, Matt, it's an underrated one on the album for me.
Yeah, I just feel like it sits in between 2 really good songs. So
yeah, It's very Stratovarius in the intro, which I love that.
Hardcore.
It's so fucking Stratovarius. That intro riff, especially. I love it though. It's a great way to start a song. This is the most fun song on the album, I would say.
I don't know about that.
It's very bouncy.
When the lights are down, are pretty.
Yeah,
fucking
I mean
fun.
that's got to take the cake as the most fun.
Maybe
that's a pretty fucking fun song. This very close though, because
this
this
is very fast, very epic.
The very opening is so Stradivarius.
Yeah,
because it's just like
great guitar riff, absolutely
awesome.
Killer guitar riff.
Yeah, great guitar playing throughout, and the vocals are next level at some point in this song, like when there's like that transition into the slower part, and then he just goes,
goes for it.
Yeah.
Nothing ever dies.
Good
shredding. Slightly
well.
better.
Bit of shredding on the guitar, which is nice.
Yeah, it's like that.
Very respectable.
To get a number 4 on my list, it has to be a pretty damn good song.
Well, yeah, of course. They just any style they go for, they just nail it perfectly.
Yeah, and I feel like they're good about keeping the songs sounding different from each other. Like none of these songs really sound exactly the same or anything.
Exactly, and they never overstay their welcome, like we said before many times. But anyway, so this is where Ariel experiences a moment of clarity, and he realizes that the meaning of life is love. You know, as we all know. However, this is where it gets interesting, because with this realization, he now is so happy that he experiences a moment of joy so sublime that he wants to stay in it forever. Which, if you remember, means that he's lost his bet with Mephisto.
Wow.
So you know.
Can't be too happy. That's a good life lesson.
That's how they get you.
Got you with the fine print, bitch.
Yeah. So the next song is all about this Memento Mori. This is the epic of the album.
Well, I already know that. I already know where Matt ranks this.
How do you know?
Because you said you said Nothing Ever Dies is between 2 solid songs. So you're gonna say this is better than Nothing Ever Dies, which is bullshit because this is number 6.
This is my number 3 song.
That is crazy.
No, it's not. Crazy. This is a work of art. Like the fact. Okay, I'm a songwriter, and what they did with this song, the fact that they pulled in themes from like half of the songs on this album, and just like they flow so perfectly, you don't even notice that they're just pulling in these different themes. It's amazing. I've never heard anything like it.
Damn, that's high praise, man.
It's incredible.
So I'm very upset right now.
Why are you upset?
It's just Nothing Ever Dies is better. That's all.
But Memento Mori actually has themes from Nothing Ever Dies, as well as I think March Mephisto, and a few others.
What do you mean by themes?
Like melodies
back to those songs.
Yeah.
Damn.
You didn't notice?
I never even realized. No.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like a an overture, but at the end of the album.
That's cool.
So where is it for
listen
you?
To it again. Oh, this is my number 5.
Okay, so you're close to me.
It's fucking great. I love this song. It definitely. I thought it was going to be high on Matt's list because it's got that kind of proggy feel to it.
Definitely.
It reminds me of Dream Theater.
What was it for you again? Number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my number 3.
It's got a bit of Dream Theater vibes to it at some point for me.
It's just, I think it's incredible what they managed to pull off with this one. Just from a compositional standpoint, I guess.
And again, just Roy Khan, man, just knocks it out of the park, this album.
I will say, for their one and only song that's over, 6 minutes long?
Yeah, this is like 8 minutes, right?
This is almost 9 minutes long. This is it's 8 minutes and 54 seconds. For it to be that long and the rest of their album be less than 5.5 minutes, it's pretty impressive that this is a good song. This is a very good song.
I think this is the longest song they'd done to this point, actually, in all of their albums.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they had Shagrath in it, so.
Yeah, he came back and.
Yeah, he came back and did a little cameo, and
yeah,
Dimmu Borgir did it.
All the transitions are great throughout this song. It's so fucking smooth. It just builds perfectly, and then it ends as it started. So that's pretty cool. Like bookending. It captures that feel of a battle for the soul. My standout lyrics for this one was just Ariel.
Little flashback echo.
Yeah.
Good song though. Good song.
Yeah.
Very solid.
The plot.
Again,
all right.
just because I have it at number 6 doesn't mean it's bad.
All right, Corey, do you want to just summarize the plot for this one? What do you think happened?
I have no fucking idea what this plot is. You've got me fucked up.
Yeah, I think I got everyone fucked up. So Ariel lost his bet, obviously, in the last song. His soul begins to leave his body. Mephisto prepares to claim it. However, Helena intercedes on God's behalf, to God on Ariel's behalf. Since Ariel has rejected all evil, even in the face of certain damnation, he has redeemed himself, and God allows him to enter heaven with Helena. It's just bullshit.
So Helena's a fucking bargainer. She knows how to fucking negotiate. She's like, hey, God.
Yeah.
My motherfucking man knew how to fucking say no to some evil. Let him in. And God's like, you know what? You got a case.
That was bullshit though. That wasn't the bet. The bet was Mephisto claimed his soul, which he did.
Yeah, but God's like, haha, I have more power. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you just kicked Mephisto in the face.
I think it's bullshit.
Say this shit to Kerry King, it does not fly.
Well, I mean, he would just say, this is all bullshit. This story's bullshit. God doesn't exist. What's going on?
God doesn't exist. What's going on? Motherfucker's dead in the water. He's dirt. He's worm food.
Yeah. And that's the end of the story.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I got. Again, like I didn't look up the lyrics too closely. I had no idea the story, the details of it.
Me neither. Until this week, me neither.
But the next song, Serenade, it feels so like unneeded.
It's like a credit song. It's like they've done 2 albums of this whole story, so they want to just have this kind of like,
Yeah.
This was basically the end credits. This is the song that you put in the end credits.
But even
the
as an end
you see the
song,
production company, who did the VGI.
Still a good song, I think.
It's a really good song. It's just like I have no interest in listening to it.
Yeah,
I said very good song to end this album. However, the song Serenade just made me think of Slayer's Black Serenade.
Yeah, I didn't go there with that one, but
I went with that one.
This is number 10 for me.
It's my number 10 too. Like
this is my number 8.
It's really, really good. But it's just like the placement.
So for you guys were thinking about where it placed in the album, which obviously it was an unneeded song. You could have just ended it on Memento Mori.
Right. It felt like the album ends with Memento Mori, and then they're like, just kidding. Here's another song for you.
Here's the after post credits scene that you didn't see.
Yeah, it's just they just.
But I think the chorus is fucking great in this song.
It is. It's just like there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great song. Like I even placed it above Abandoned.
I like the intro as well. This whole song reminded me of in a video game when you're doing the credits and they show the scenes from the different areas you've been in. It's got that feel to it. You can just imagine all the songs, all the
situations that Ariel was in.
Yeah. It's a very kind of.
He's
outro.
like pounding some woman in one, and then crying about it, telling her to leave in the next one.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. That guy. I don't like Ariel.
Yeah, but he deserves.
God disagrees.
God said no. This guy belongs up here.
Right. But he said from the beginning he was his favorite, so I think there's a bit of a bias there.
Yeah, slightly.
Again, well, trust God to pick that
coke snorting human down there. I love him. I don't know what it is, but I like him. Mephisto, I will make a bet with you.
Yeah,
and then ignore it.
And then ignore it. Yeah. You know what? What the fuck is with these heroes getting these goddamn loopholes?
Yeah, it's all bullshit, man. So anyway, that's the end of the album.
What an album, though. What a fucking journey.
Yeah.
I learned a lot tonight.
We learned a lot. We learned a lot about each other's taste. That's for damn sure.
We just applaud ourselves.
No, I wasn't even talking about the taste. I was talking about the story. Like I had no, like as much as I love this album,
God, and what his preferences are.
Yeah.
If you snort coke off of a hooker's ass, you're still his favorite. And then even if you sin a lot, he'll allow you into heaven.
Yeah.
As long as you're a cool dude.
And also, Mephisto's a lot more of a bitch than we thought it was.
I don't know if he just got screwed over, man. He won that.
Exactly. He's a little bitch. He should have been like, hey, God, no, that ain't what the bet was.
Well, maybe he should figure out something to do with his eternal life other than trying to like get random people to come with him to. What was the reason? What was his reasoning?
It wasn't even random. It was just this one fucking dude.
Why is this one dude so interesting? That's what I want to know.
He's God's favorite human. The bet was, can Mephisto claim the soul of God's favorite human? And he did. But then God was like, nah, just kidding.
Well, what does Mephisto do like afterwards? Are they just like hanging out?
He goes
he probably kills himself because he's so dramatic, just like this album.
No, he got condemned to hell in if you were paying attention to Memento Mori, that part where he goes, that's Mephisto going to hell, apparently.
Oh, was he not there already?
That's Satan saying, "You're my bitch now."
He was a fallen angel. Now he's in hell, and that's all you need to know.
Satan looks at him as he's down the hill, like, first day here.
But if you don't care about the plot, listen to the songs because they are fucking great, man. This album is insane. Everything hits. Everything hits.
Everything hits.
I'm not the biggest Kamelot fan in the world, but this is a fucking perfect album. This is I consider this one of the masterpieces of metal.
They were in their fucking prime when they did this album. Like,
this was a great album.
They just had so much creativity flowing out of them. It was the perfect mixture of what they had done before, of that kind of speed, power metal feel, but then adding elements of epicness to it.
A little proggy.
Bit of prog in there.
It has the prog, it has the power, it has the symphonic.
Almost as prog and power and symphonic as Slayer.
And as good as all of that was, the fucking vocal performance is the star of the show for me. Like,
definitely.
The choruses.
I mean, his vocals are amazing, but for me, like the guitar playing is actually.
You put him on like half of the metal, power metal bands out there, he fucking slays it with them. Because I feel like power metal is a very unique genre where you need a specific singer to work with, like what their theme is and what their.
I mean, they need to be able to do that operatic, Bruce Dickinson style shit for the most part.
I feel like he could do it with probably a little bit more than 50% of the bands out there.
I don't think. I mean, he doesn't sound anything like Bruce Dickinson. Like they might.
He doesn't sound like Bruce Dickinson. I think he sounds better than Bruce.
He has so much control over his vocals.
Yeah,
he's the master. Good. He's a master of He can do exactly what he wants, and a lot of this album in particular is a lot darker than the other ones in his vocals. Like,
definitely,
he does that kind of lower voice.
Which I mean,
and my favorite song was March of Mephisto, where he does that perfectly. So, voting time. Melee time.
Kamelot versus Slayer.
Yeah. Why are you comparing these two?
They're very different albums.
Yeah.
They're completely. They're as similar as anyone else can be.
All right, I'm gonna go last because I think I'm gonna be the tiebreaker here.
We already know you're gonna be the tiebreaker.
So Corey.
So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. I love this album. This was probably the hardest decision I've had to make.
Wow.
Because I did vote for Peace Cells over Ride the Lightning. I love Ride the Lightning, but I like Peace Cells a lot, and I felt like they had a lot to offer. This song definitely deserves title as one of the best, most influential metal albums out there ever.
Wow.
That being said, I think we knew where I was going with this the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Going with my boys in Slayer. Because honestly, the middle of this album lulls a little bit where I didn't want it to. Yeah. I feel like if you cut Abandon to Moonlight and just go straight to Black Halo to the end, I'll give it almost a 10 out of 10. Almost a 10 out of 10. But I still think that Raining Blood is the perfect thrash metal album. And I'm a thrash metal fan at heart. And that album is just perfect. I
respect it. I respect it.
I will throw hundreds at that album because there's no moment where I'm just like, I'll skip this song. No. I will skip Abandoned. I will not skip anything from Rain and Blood.
Fair enough. We're going to get to him eventually, Matt. We're going to expand his horizons beyond.
No.
Corey, okay.
Just because I said Slayer doesn't mean I didn't hate that. I didn't like this.
No one's saying that. No one's saying that. My issue here is the fact that you want to throw out Abandon This Pain and Moonlight when they're fucking fantastic. They are such good songs, but they're not as metal as Slayer. No. Like those three.
It's not that they're as metal as Slayer. It's just they're not what I was hoping because like they started off so strong with Mephisto, When the Lights Are Down, The Haunting, Soul. Like those are fucking banger of songs, and then they go to this, and then they bring it back with the Black Halo, and then I'm like, well, why didn't you just fucking not include the other three?
They're good songs. I'm sorry, it's not even about the story. They're just good songs. Like I might have ranked them 11, 8, and 9, but it's still, they're fantastic. I don't skip these songs like ever.
Yeah, I mean, I put Moonlight as 3. I fucking love that song. Matt, your vote?
For me, like, I need the different flavors. Like Slayer, they're great, but it's all one fucking flavor, and Corey really likes that flavor.
Love it. It tastes so good.
But I need different sounds in my music. I need each song to be a little bit different, taking from different influences. That's just me. And like again, I have a lot of critiques for Kamelot in general for a lot of their albums. Like I don't feel like any of them live up to this album at all. They have a lot of great songs, but they don't have any albums that are anywhere close to this good. But this is one of the best albums ever made. I can listen to this first song to last song, even though I feel like Serenade is unneeded. It's still like fantastic. It's like
great song. Yeah.
It's a great song. It just doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I vote for this.
Yeah.
That's
no surprise.
All right, it comes down to me. I'm gonna milk this.
Are you? Weren't you the one on the time crunch?
Yeah, that's true. Black Halo wins.
Oh,
yeah.
Not surprised.
This album's fucking awesome. Slayer, Rain and Blood is also fucking awesome. And obviously, when I'm in the mood for some aggression, I'm going to Rain and Blood. But I just feel like at more times in my life, I would prefer to listen to the Black Halo over Rain and Blood, and that's basically why I voted for it, because they're both flawless in my opinion, and of one being a power metal album and one being a thrash album.
They're very different sounding albums.
They're very,
and I don't want everyone to think I'm hating on Slayer. Actually, I like the album. Like
no, honestly, we talked about it. We talked about it last episode. I think Seasons of the Abyss is something that's more up Matt's alley.
They got a bit more. They add a bit more to their sound.
I need more nuance there. I need more changes.
We even said that the Rain and Blood album was very what was it? Redheaded Stepchild.
They were trying to do something with that album, and they did it perfectly in my opinion.
It fucking went well.
But it's just if you're not into
same thing with Peace Sells with Megadeth. Like it's the one album that went that route.
I don't know if they were trying to do anything with Peace Sells.
No, but the thing is, so
they were trying to be better than Metallica. That's what.
So go with Peace Sells, and then go to Rust in Peace, and then go with Rain and Blood, and then go with Seasons of the Abyss. Completely different albums.
Sure.
Both of which I think those switches would probably influence Matt a little bit more than the.
But
previous.
anyway, Anyway, it's over. Slayer's reign is over.
It's done.
Black Halo is going ahead. And who's it going to be facing, Corey?
All right,
we're doing a new
we got
thing.
the wheel. We got the wheel.
So we're going to randomize our next album choices.
We're going to start randomizing from here on out. We figured it would be a little bit more better for the content.
A bit fairer on the...
It's it makes it more interesting.
So we're going to spin the wheel.
All right, do it.
I wish we could actually have a wheel on screen, but I don't think we're that advanced.
Nah, we ain't got time for that.
We'll let you do it next time.
Oh, thank you.
Also, there's listeners, they wouldn't have a screen.
Sure.
All right. Our next band to go up against Kamelot is Monomarth.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be fucking good.
And it's
we're going to be finished. We're going to be listening to Twilight of the Thunder God.
One of my favorite albums of the last of the 2010s. Wow. I love this album.
I know nothing about him.
Well,
Monomarth is definitely going to be something for you to listen to.
I've heard they're actually pretty proggy, so
they're very fun to listen to.
Yeah, great band. We'll obviously discuss them. And Matt, you have 2 weeks now because we're switching to an episode every 2 weeks to give us a bit more time to absorb the bands, get a bit more flavor of their whole.
We've been feeling like it's 1 week is enough for us to kind of get a grasp of these albums and the albums that they're going up against. We'd like to listen to both during the time. So when you're, trying to fit in one album a day, you're not really giving both albums a fair chance.
No.
That's the only reason why Rain and Blood lost this week. Is
Good point. Well said, Corey.
So now Kamelot, they're special. So they get 2 weeks to be listened to.
Look at this saltiness.
I'll listen to Kamelot for 2 weeks. No problem here.
I guess I'll have to listen to it for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Along with a Monomarth, which I'm very excited to get into.
This is going to be a tough one for me, man.
Venom is going to be, again, the tiebreaker, probably.
Venom's always a tiebreaker.
I seem to be the balance here between you two.
It's true. Me and Corey's tastes are very much polar opposites.
Very prog, I'm very thrash and power.
I'm like I can be like, I can see your point of view.
And then Venom's like,
point of view.
And then Venom's like, you know what? I really do like Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. All right, Corey finishes off here.
If you please would give us a comment, give us some suggestions, give us some questions to talk about during the podcast. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and ring ding ding a ling that notification bell. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
See you guys.
All right. Bye.
Peace.